Collective, welcome. This is Divine Empress 71 coming back at you to do another reading. I hope you guys are doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. So I meditated over the cards. I prayed over the deck. I shuffled, and I'm gonna tell you what I have here. In reverse, I have the Eight of Cups. So this is Pisces. Yeah, this is Pisces energy. So Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Also in reverse, the Tower. I have the Wheel of Fortune also, but it came out crossing. I have the Seven of Swords as well, Aquarius energy. And then I have the Three of Swords here, Libra energy. And at the bottom I had the Six of Swords here, Aquarius energy once again. Okay. Um, so collective. You moved on from somebody. Mm-hmm. Uh, but I don't think that I don't know this whoever it is that you may have cut off or you moved on from, they haven't quite moved on from you. I don't think that they are quite done, maybe. I don't know that because this is somebody that wants to turn back around and try one more time. Um but this is somebody that they whereas you may have transitioned and welcomed the change and left it all behind, releasing the baggage, moving on, letting go, blah blah. This person here uh looks like they may be still hanging on. Yeah. Um they could be, for some of them, they could be drifting, like drifting around from place to place, not really having a stable place to live, maybe. But whereas you welcome change, they fear change. They also have a fear of losing, a fear of loss, or whatever. Uh, but it seems like to me they also could have been somebody that could have operated out of ego quite a bit. But uh, this person here wants to, I don't know, uh, they want to try again. Maybe spin the block, what they say. But this person is still dealing with some indecisiveness, some confusion. They not clear. They still not clear. They may not still be clear on exactly what they want. Hmm. It's like, they constantly rethinking. It's in their head, but I don't know. It's still kind of cloudy. It's not, Um, so in other words, even if they did come back towards you, there's no guarantee that that's going to be anything set in stone. Because after all, this person betrayed you. Um, uh, at one point in time, uh, and thought they got away with it, or they were trying to. And when they do things, they do it in a very strategic, uh, uh, sneaky kind of way, and that caused a heartbreak to you. They could have had uh, a third person if this was a relationship, like a close romantic situation. Then there was somebody else involved in it. But I don't know. This there is, you could have closed out a cycle with them, but they could have been, I don't know, they could have been trying to delay it, you know, like, you know, uh, try to delay it in some kind of way. And maybe this wanted to come back around, you know, wanting to turn around and come back towards you might have been one of the ways in the past that they could have, you know, kept things from, they could have kept the tower from falling, kept, you know, I guess some kind of way, in a sneaky, strategic type of way, kept you in the connection with them, kept you connected to them, you know, in some kind of way. But they could be dealing with some bad luck because of some decisions that they made, some of the things that they've done, because they are resistant to want to change. This is somebody that don't want to break any cycles. They don't want to break any chains that's been holding them down. So they keep going through this negative phase. It could be maybe one while things could be going all right, but then there is, all of a sudden you got these delays, these blocks, these ups and downs, so it becomes unpredictable. Maybe this is how you saw this person, as somebody who was unpredictable, with how they move, and the things that they've, done. I kind of feel like this could have been somebody that wore, they had two faces, they had two sides to themselves. But you definitely put some distance between you and them. hmm The sun is in reverse. This person could be dealing with some depression. And the sun is the happy card, but but in reverse, it's not so happy. It's not so happy. There is some this person, uh they could have, yeah, they do, because I was going to say they have negative energy around them. uh they have a negative uh side to them, uh arrogance and ego. But with the 501s, they like to fight, they like conflict. This is Leo energy. Yeah, definitely somebody that likes to fight. They petty. um they could have put you in competition with this third party situation. They could have put you in competition, or maybe they tried to compete with you themselves. But this is somebody who they do petty things. And they very sneaky with it. Stuck and stagnant. What we have, four swords here in reverse. Yeah, very somebody that's not getting no rest. They not, cause there's no peace. There's no peace. 801s. Um, Sagittarius energy. I'm telling you, they may be wanting to try one more time with you, but they holding off on it because they are still um, undecided. They still not clear exactly on which way they need to go. Uh, so this causes delays because they're frustrated. And that's why they holding off. They may be waiting on when it's the right time to want to try to communicate this to you if they can communicate it with you, but mm, hmm. Page of Cups here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Uh, but uh, they are curious about you. They are. Um, mm. I believe that they you may see them as somebody that's maybe childish, or maybe they may see you this way. But I feel like too they may mm, like type out a message to you, but then they delete it. They won't send it. Mm. But this is somebody that really they wouldn't mind popping up on you. Just pop up for a visit. You don't even know they coming. Surprise, surprise. But but because of what they done to you in the past, you don't want to. Y'all don't want to see this person not like that. So for some of you, this could mean new love as well. Um, you know, with somebody else. Because the only way I can see it being new love with this past person is unless this past person is coming in a changed person. So if they are coming in changed, mm. This person here, with the 7 of Wands here, this is Leo energy once again. Um, they could be, they could feel like that you might be defensive towards them. You put boundaries in place with them. Um, mm. This is that's just your way of protecting yourself as well. Um, but this is definitely somebody who was competitive. They tried to compete, uh, or tried to either they competed against you themselves, or they put you in a third party situation where they try to make you feel like you gotta compete for them, for their love, their time, and whatever else. Yeah, I'm telling you, with the Page of Pentacles being here in reverse, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is somebody that they were non-committal. Um, they just and they childish. They got a childlike side to them. They could be somewhat immature when it comes to money. For some of them, they could be, but they very greedy. Somebody, and they may procrastinate. They may wander from job to job. For some of them, they don't commit to nothing for too long. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship or whatever, they just, as I said earlier, this could be somebody that drifts. They drift, so they drift around, in and out, on and off, place to place, whatever. This is somebody that they need to learn from their failures. They need to learn from their mistakes. But if they fear change, that means that they refuse to grow. Uh, so they will always more than likely be this way. For a lot of them, this is um, but they are being blocked. They are dealing with karma, some bad karma because of this. You know, um, hmm. Ten of Pentacles is here, Virgo energy. Um, this person, maybe they want to. You know what? You know, they. Why am I getting the feeling that this person might be somebody who's money focused? They might be more money focused than anything else, and they may want to try one more time with you because they probably figure that they could have the Ten of Pentacles with you. Like they could be thinking, hey, I could have more with collective, way more with collective than I can by myself. And maybe you got a stable job, a stable home, a stable life, whereas they all over the place. So with you, they see stability. They see home. They see financial stability. They see wealth. Uh, uh, and they see that you have built something for yourself. Long term success, long term investments, things that's going to pay off for you in your later years. That you can just sit back and enjoy what you have worked so hard for. See, so yeah, so they looking at like, hmm, uh, I could have a pretty good life if I can just try one more time with collective, because they looking at, it seems like to me, somebody may be wanting to come back your way, collective, because they looking at where you at right now. Like they looking at what you got to offer. Yeah, they looking at what you may have to offer. Mm. Uh, you could have recently gotten some sort of public recognition with the Six of Wands being here, Leo energy. Um, you could have gotten some sort of recognition, for something at work or whatever. Uh, you could have been, bumped up into another position. You could have gotten recognized for that, which could bring more income, things of that nature. Um, hmm. Nine of Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo energy. I'm telling you, this person is hustling. They might be living beyond their means. That's why they can't seem to maintain for very long because of that. Um, they are. This is somebody who is money hungry. For some of them, they could be a workaholic. You know, um, but they could be somebody that works hard and for their money, but they may not have a whole lot to show for it. I'll just say that. And their success could be fake. It could be false. It's not. It doesn't look like what it seems. You know what I mean? It's something in the air with this person. As far as like their stability, their money. Why are they so? Why do they move this way, drifting and unstable, or whatever else? Uh, I don't know it. Well, I did say earlier though that this could, for some of them, not all, but somebody could be a drifter. Because because they so indecisive. Mm. But I know that when it come to money, they greedy. They're a little greedy and all for self, and they might be the kind of person that would do some sneaky things uh, to get money or benefit off of somebody else's money. You see what I'm saying? Mm. They they definitely could be wanting this return because they looking at they could have a lot more with somebody who's stable, whose money is good, who is doing all right. Because apparently they are not on the financial side of it. They not doing too well. Hmm. But for some of them, they could be somebody that works hard. They just don't have a whole lot to show for it because because of how they manage, how they manage their money. Mm. Because with this here six of cups here, Scorpio energy, they definitely reminiscing. They reminiscing on what they could, what they had with you at once upon a time. This could have been somebody you could have known since childhood, but they could be reminiscing on their childhood as well. Uh, yeah, this is somebody that's thinking about what they had, or thinking about what used to be, how it used to be. Hmm. But this is definitely somebody that's money focused. With the Knight of Pentacles being here, Taurus energy, uh, they definitely somebody that takes their time too with some of them, especially if it comes to a relationship, uh, things like that. Yeah, they definitely take their time. This also could be somebody that tries to get people to go their way by using money. They use money to do it for power and control. They could also they may use money to be able to do that, to manipulate and control and and get over on people. This could also be somebody that may would even, like I said, they would try to beat people out of money if they could. Definitely, they are definitely sneaky enough to do it. I'm just gonna be honest, but everybody has free will, collective. So this this person, whoever this is that that you walked away from and made a clean transition from this person, uh, they are not. They are not. They are not done with you. They feel like that they want to try one more time. But the only thing is that raises up the red flag in my mind is they could be coming back because of your stability. They looking at what you got to offer now. Maybe you didn't have this at first. Maybe you was not back then where you are right now, financially and whatever else, you know. So yeah, and they could have, you know, uh, put you in this third party situation by, trying to see if the grass was greener somewhere else. All, but Obviously something fell through the cracks with that situation as well. So now, so here they come. They looking back at you. They could have been spying too. They could have been spying, getting some information on you. Somebody might have been telling them some things about you, about how well you're doing, what you got going on in your life. If they if they got access like that. But I'm telling you, somebody is looking at the fact that you doing well. Somebody you cut off, and things are not going so well for them, but it is for you. And it's like, well, things ain't going so well for me, and my luck ain't going so well. I'm, going through some karma, but collective is over there doing all right. Let me see if I can, try one more time with collective. Try to make things easier for myself. So I'm just, this is crazy. Ooh, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's get a message from Spirit here, collective. Spirit, what message do you have for collective, please? What message do you have for collective? Thank you. Spirit says, perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phases in your life can shift, one change after another. You are learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Yeah, so basically just be kind and gentle to yourself as you go through, the process of change. Yeah. But at least I give it to you, collective. You did you did transition, and and welcomed whatever change that transition brought, to you. Spirit says, never allow yourself to be taken for granted. It is better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious and you are worthy. Yeah. And in this reading, that's what some of you found out. That, this person took you for granted, but this also taught you that you are better off. You are better off to just remove yourself and remove yourself, because you had to learn that you deserve better. You deserve to be treated better. That you are God's child, just like all the rest of us, and you are worthy of so much more than this right here. There's somebody that's wanna be in your life, for the wrong reason. Somebody could have been looking at what you had at the time when when you were dealing with them, and walked away, because they was looking at money, material things, or whatever. Wasn't really paying too much of attention to your heart, because if they was, they wouldn't have put these swords in it. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't have betrayed you. It was all about money, material things, whatever. Well, that's all I have for this reading. Collective, if it resonates, give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And for those of you who's donated to the channel, I thank you for the blessing. Thank you once again. So until next time, collective, God bless you guys, and I'll see you again soon. All right, bye-bye.